Do you know the quality of the air that you're breathing? No, me neither. But in these post-pandemic times, it is more important than ever that we are breathing in clean and well-ventilated air. But when Elkvik reached out to me and asked, hey, do you want to check out our latest air quality monitor? I kind of couldn't turn it down because I was intrigued. I spend almost all of my time in this one room, and let's be honest, it's autumn here in the UK now. I don't want to have my window open because it gets bitterly cold. So I want to ensure that the air that I'm breathing is well circulated and good for me. If you do have too much CO2 in your system, it can cause problems with drowsiness, lack of concentration and more. So today we're going to be going ahead and unboxing it, taking a look at it and finding out exactly why you need one of these monitors in your life. Let's go. Hello everybody, my name is Robert and this is Review Clue. So here we are with the outer packaging. Again, much like my last review, there isn't really much here to tell me the brand name, other than this being an air quality monitor. Having a look around the box, there is absolutely no information about it, but I can tell you a little bit more as we move through it. Opening it up, the first thing we see is a bit of protective polystyrene. Moving that out of the way, we obviously see the monitor itself, with that nice large display on the front. Pulling that out though, underneath we see a charging cable. This is unfortunately a micro USB to normal USB. It would have been really nice to see a USB-C charging cable here, primarily because I don't particularly want to keep carrying lots of different cables around with me, and micro USB is very slowly being phased out across all the technologies. And we obviously get an instruction manual as well. Let's go ahead and peel off the protective film on this screen and power it on with the power button at the top of the device. Alongside this being your power button, giving it a double tap will also allow it to turn on and off sounds. If ever your air is above 1000 units, it will start to beep at you continually if it keeps going up. I found this particularly annoying in my testing as my room did keep going above that 1000 level. But giving a double tap, you'll hear the beeps like that, just to warn you that, hey, maybe you should look at opening a window or ventilating your room a little better. Let's power it off and take a look around the back of the device though. On the back, we have that input for all of your power coming from that micro USB cable and large vents as well. That's very much it. It's a pretty simple design, but I like it. It seems to just blend into the background as these kinds of devices should. It shouldn't be an eyesore and it shouldn't be something that you continually look at. Just taking a glance every so often should be enough. This is an LCD display and it is not the best display on the market. It's not meant to be though. There is enough resolution here to be able to see all of the information that you need at a glance. One thing I do find with this display though is the viewing angles are atrocious. You need to be looking at this thing directly on for you to actually be able to read any of the information on the screen. Even if you're at a very slight angle to the side, you're not going to be able to see that screen particularly well at all. On the top of that interface we do see how much battery we have left. They say this can last a couple of weeks, but in my testing I got about 2 days of full use. So you will probably have to keep this thing plugged in at all times, but that's not a big deal for me because of the way that this is powered. This could be powered by my laptop or basically anything that has a USB port. Obviously the big thing here is the purity level in the direct center of your screen. It goes from green to yellow to red based on how much CO2 is in the air. Now, don't get me wrong, CO2 should be in the air, but a higher level of it can be dangerous and will actually affect my day-to-day life and your day-to-day life. It will make you drowsy, it will make you concentrate less on what you're doing, and for me, working from home in this office, I need to be able to concentrate as much as possible. So having this device to look at a glance is really nice. Just below all of that main information though, we do see two other key points of information which are pretty cool. The first one is the temperature. It's really nice just to be able to glance over and see the temperature there. Next to that is the humidity level as well. This is also nice to see. There isn't a ton that you can do about it unless you invest in a humidifier or a dehumidifier, But it is still nice to see that kind of information here because it does directly correlate to that main display and the air purity level around you. It is an incredibly small device, coming in at 7.5 by 5.8 centimeters. It really does just blend into my background and sits quite nicely on my desk. Overall, if you are a little conscious of how pure the air is around you, and if you're a little bit worried about that kind of thing, this is so cheap and I think a necessity, especially in post-COVID world. It does remind me every so often that maybe I should open a window or go for a walk, get outside and recirculate some of that air, just to make sure that I am breathing in the purest, cleanest air that I can, both for my own health and for the health of those around me. Coming in at $65.99, it is quite a lot of money to spend, especially on something as simple as this. But quite honestly, I don't really think you can put a price on your health. Air purity is not something that you generically think about when you think about your health, but it is just as important as everything else you do. As always, there will be a link in the description down below, and a little birdie has told me there's also a discount code down there for you as well if you were to purchase this. Use that discount code, it helps me out a ton, it will help you out a ton, and yeah, I'll love you forever. Anyway guys, my name's been Robert. This has been a shorter video than usual. If you like these slightly shorter videos, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below, and of course I will catch you in the next one. Adios.